All right, let's get to it. We got 6 months of 610 sex behind us here. Is it worth it? I don't know. Should you buy it? It's up to you. At the end of this, we're gonna have these suckers sprawled out like Lena the Plug. And welcome to the channel. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe. Join the freaking... I don't know what we are. We got to come up with a name, but come join us here. And just a little disclaimer. Everything you see in this video today, I bought myself. There's not a hidden agenda here. So I'm going to just show you what I think. And at the end, I'll give you a little input, you know, or as we go through it. But we're going to get to the sucker and get this thing freaking swept under the rugs. All right, bag 1 of 6. First bait, Crush 100X, 5/8 ounce, 2 to 5 feet. Chartreuse blackback, and this sucker's looking pretty good here. This is a 2.0 size. Got a little rattle. Sucker's looking juicy. Next bait, we got the Munch, and this sucker is 7/16 ounce, goes 2.5 feet deep, and the color's called 4K Shad, and it's a juicy one. Very nice, hit those shallow flats, get some subsurface bites. I mean, this dude's ready for it. And then the Crush Flat 75X goes 2 to 5 feet. It is a 5/8 ounce, and this color's called the Brown Eye Special. If you like what you're seeing here, you could always pause and just look at it a little bit longer. Let's freaking keep it moving. Then we got the Curve 55. In the color Ghost Table Rock Shad. It's 3/8 of an ounce, size 5 to 9 feet. Got a nice rattle to knock you off your saddle. Then we got the 1/2 ounce Stud 70 in the color Boiled Crawfish. And Neilbone never ate a boiled crawfish before, a little fun fact, but check that out, nice and bright. As you see, we got a nice flat top here and a flat top here. And it's pinched here in the middle. This sucker's gonna thud around, especially with all that thud action in there. Very nice. Then the 5.4 inch Green Pumpkin Burst. Now that is their stick bait right there. It has a nice little prism pattern going on. It's kind of like as if you look through like a kaleidoscope. Very nice color. It is their version of the Cinco, of the Yum Dinger. Freaking pretty excellent bait right there. Let's keep it moving. And an exclusive color right here, we got the Divine Swim Bait. Doesn't say the size, but it looks to be a 2-incher. And you get 8 of them in the pack. And there's some very little guys. They feel like jello. They got a lot of wiggling action. I actually really like the Divine Swim Bait, to be truthful. I fish these quite a bit. I got some really awesome colors in their clearance of, you know, some of the bigger sizes. But I always like this swim bait. They don't try to overdo it. They keep things nice and round. And, I mean, these things just freaking flow in the water great. They have a good belly roll as it swims. The belly rolls and the tail kicks. I really like the Divine Swim Baits. I recommend try them if you've never tried them. Then, of course, you cannot catch fish without any hooks. So we got some straight round bends here. Pretty nice, very sharp. And one thing about their hooks is that they are straight, sharp, and they're ringed. What that means is there's not a gap here in the eyelet. As you see, they're touching, so there's no way for your line to slip through this little crack right here and come down. They're touching. So that's bag number 1. Bag number 2, Big Blue. First out the bag, got the Crush 50X. The color is Blue Truce Shad, and this is a 3/8 ounce, 2 to 5 feet. Got a little rattle in there. Looking good. Some beautiful colors. Got even a little blood on the pattern there, a little gill plate. Sticky hooks. Some nice EWGs on there. And we got to Provoke 106X. Colors called Bloodline. This sucker goes 3 to 6 feet. It is a suspending, it is a floating, depending on your water temperature. Got a solid eye in there. Got some nice noise. Got a beautiful lip there. And, you know, look at these hooks just sticking to me. Just freaking sticking. They are sharp. That's right. Just trying to draw out the bloodline from Neilbone. That's it, the 106X, 106 millimeters. Well, bam, we got the Swank Daddy. The Swank 77X. This sucker goes 2 to 5 feet. It is a 3/4 ounce bait. It has that L lip right there. And this is the second bait we got that has the boiled crawfish pattern. Very noisy sucker. Pretty cool though. And then the curved finesse, a 3/8 ounce, 1 to 3 feet. And this color is called Mudgill. Pretty freaking awesome color right there. Really stands out. I see why they call it Mudgill. This sucker's gonna stand out pretty good in some dirtier water. 1 to 3 feet. So this would be good for your little ponds, shallow flats. Got the little lip there, little finesse sucker. Awesome. And then we got a 5-pack here. This is the Busa worm, the Busa ribbon tail. 9.6 inches long in the color plum fleck. That is one big bag that I would not want to carry with me, but really cool looking worm. I mean, check that dude out right there. Has a nice ribbon. And we got a nice little ribbon tail there with a little tickler for her pleasure. You know, we got the rib for her pleasure, the tickler for her pleasure. We got all kinds of stuff going on here. And they even put the little 6 cents logo up in there. I like it, you know. I wish there was more than 5 in a pack. I think 5's a little lame, truthfully, you know. But got that. And then we got a pack of hooks here. Some round bends. These are some 5/0s. And you know what? I don't know where it's at, but I do remember in this bag, it came with a pre-rigged Carolina rig weight, and it was 1 ounce. I was like, what the heck are you going to do with that? Don't know where that's at, so I do apologize. We are missing an item, but it may be in one of these other bags, but let's keep it rolling. Bag number 3. Oh, the blue one came up. All right, we got the little teal blue, and when you do get their subscription service, they come in these little velvet bags here. Something like that, you know. All right, let's dig into this sucker. First bait. We got the Hyper Jerk 70. This sucker is a 3/8 ounce, 70 millimeters, and it's gonna be a twitch bait here. And this color's called Shad Burst right there, kind of like an olive shad. Really nice. Got the little feather treble there. They definitely don't cheap out on the material there. That thing is freaking pretty thick back there. And really, I love that olive shad color. This is a nice one right here. Juicy sucker. Throw that out. Let the sucker sink down. You twitch it around like a jerkbait without the lip. Well, bam. Oh, there it is. That is that pre-rigged Carolina weight I was talking about. This one belonged in the other bag. But look at this sucker. Freaking 1 ounce. What are they thinking? That's one thing that you'll find with the 6 cent sack is sometimes you feel like they throwing stuff that just is stuff they're trying to get rid of as far as the colors go and you know, some of the baits, you know, the color choices could be better, and a lot of times they will have newer baits but they won't put it in, and they're very, very greedy with their jerk baits. You hardly ever get a jerk bait, but look at this sucker. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna just rig up my own Carolina rig. I'm gonna put my own barrel swivel, my own bead, my own brass weight is what I'm gonna use. You could use lead too. It don't really matter what you use, but I'm gonna do my own rig. I'm never gonna sit here. I mean, regardless, you still got to tie up twice. You got to tie up here, tie up here. So it's really not saving you much time. All right. But that is a heavy weight right there. I will never throw this most likely, and that's some of the things that sucks. You know, it's like this count it as a bait, and I don't want that to count as a bait. I would have just rather them not put it in there, or if they were gonna put it in there, you know, put in a freaking ½ ounce at least. You know, that is heavy. Some people rods aren't even rated for this. And then this is nice right here. We got the 6 cent spinner bait. Now this is something new from them because it wasn't until too long before they came out with a spinner bait. And this color here is called Blue Truce Flash. And I like it. 1/4 ounce. Awesome. And there she is in all her glory. They put a nice bearing on there. I love the gold and silver blade. That's one of my favorite mixes there. The willow leaf. Got a nice hand-tied skirt on there. It is looking good. The skirt material feels very nice. I do really like it. And then you got the screw lock there, which is awesome. A lot of times I just throw mine bare bones like this, but if I do decide to put a trailer on, I really like that. It has the screw lock there. That's really awesome. Has a nice long hook in the back there, and that sucker's pretty sharp. And look at that, they actually boxed it off there. A lot of times it's just round and did something a little bit different there, so that your weight, I guess, always catches at that little pinch point there. Looking good. I like it. Let's check out this head design. Spend a little bit more time with this. This is my first time really seeing this, so sucker looks good. Well, bam, we got the Vega Frog. Now, if you're new to this channel, fun fact about Neilbone is he's probably, I hate to toot my own horn, probably one of the best frog fishermen on YouTube. I'll be giving you guys some tips shortly about frog fishing. I'm telling you, I'll make it to where any of you guys that feel like you suck at frog fishing will catch a fish on a frog. Now, this is the Vega Frog. Check that sucker out. What pattern we got here? This is an exclusive color called Mud Frog. And honestly, I'm joking. I suck at frog fishing, but I did catch a nice bass on a frog this year. But for some reason, they just don't like me with the frog. But as you see, that sucker's capped off there. You got to wait here, so when it does squeeze down, it goes right in between the hook there. And it looks like a nice frog. They say keep it in the plastic. It's a classic. Bam! What do we got here? We got the Crush 50S Silent. This is a silent model here, and I believe this is Jaint Juice. Yes, this one's Jaint Juice. I'm at the point where I'm remembering some of their colors. This is a 3/8 ounce, 2 to 5 feet. Color's called Jaint Juice. Really nice. Got a chartreuse with more of a creamy belly and a kind of purplish top there. Really cool. I actually lost a square bill like this. It was called their reactor or something. Nuclear reactor, and freaking lost it. But awesome bait. Silent. Looking good. You always get the oval split rings, which I like. Sucker's looking sweet. And we get some 3/0 trailer hooks for the spinner bait. Now this you just add on. I'll show you real quick. If you've never seen this, if it's new to you, I'll show you how this sucker works. You got your trailer hook. You see it's capped off there. You'll take this sucker. Make sure your hook point is up, because you got one time to do this right. You can always pull it off, but it may not be as great. But you just take it there. You slide it on a hook. And there you go. Now you got a stinger hook there. So if they're short striking it, you're going to catch them on the stinger. Oh, bam, what do we got here? We got a pretty nice size pack of some pegs there. I definitely do like them. They're nice and thick. So I do like that. I don't mind getting that. That's really cool. And then we got the Ned Fry in the color Plum Fleck. And that's a theme that you'll notice with Sixth Senses. Anytime you get a soft plastic from them, a worm or something, it's always in the color Cosmic Black or Plum Fleck. And that's where I feel like they're just, you know, offloading their stuff that doesn't sell good. It's almost like sometimes the bag is a pain in the butt to them, but very nice bait. I do happen to like the color Plum Fleck, but being a subscriber, I would like to see some different colors there. What is this, a Ned Fry? What did I say it was? Yeah, Ned Fry. This is a 4.5 inch or 4.6 inch. And the Ned Fries float up really good too. And that's them, the 4.6 inch Ned Fry. You get 10 of them in a pack, and they float up really good too. That's the end of that bag. Alright, we're at the halfway mark. That is 3 months digging in. Now what do we got? Here we go, going with the gray bag here. As you see, the dust is kicking off these suckers. First bait. Oh, he looks all beat up there. We got, I think this is a suspended one. This is a Quake 80 suspended. And it goes 2 to 3 feet. And the sucker's an 80 millimeter. We're gonna bust it out of the package. Here we go. This color is called Royal Chrome. And it goes 1 to 3 feet. Pretty light filling. It is a 1/2 ounce. And these are really good to fish over really grassy areas. Especially now a lot of grass is growing up. So this will actually get down and just nick the tips of the grass and get stuck in the grass and rip it. But really awesome bait. Some problems that I do have with this bait is when you go to cast it out, If it's not diving down right away, it's kind of skipping on its side on the water, but once it catches, it stays down. But really cool color there. Next, we got the 7/8 ounce Speed Glide in the 100 millimeter. This color's called Chrome Threadfin. You can see it is a jointed bait. You'll cast this out and you'll just steady retrieve the sucker, and it's going to have a nice snakish action as it's coming to you. Really cool. Got the feather treble. I like it. Then we got the Access Metal 2.0 in a 1/2 ounce. Dives 2 to 5 feet. Patent pendant. Chartreuse black back. As you see, it has a moving lip there. Kind of like a chatterbait being on a square bill. My favorite bait that does this is actually from 13 Fishing. The 13 Fishing Jabberjaw. This is 6 cents version. This is 13 Fishing's version. As you see, both pretty similar, but the Jabberjaw, in my opinion, is the better one. Even cooler looking. 13 Fishing, 6 cents. On to the next bait. Next, we got the Crush 25 Mini. This is a medium diver. And again, we got another bait in the same color, the boiled crawfish. I don't think it sells very good for them, because as you notice, pretty much with 3 months of the bag so far, this is like the 3rd or 4th one in the same color, the boiled crawfish. But this is a very nice one. This goes 4 to 7 feet deep. It is a little guy. Got a little rattle in there, little single rattle. Nice lip right here. This kind of reminds me of like a Norman. Really awesome. And then they hook it up with some 1/4 ounce lead. Now, some of the states you live in, you may not be allowed to fish sled, so you keep that in mind. You may get that, and you may not be able to use it. And then a 3.3 inch stroker craw in the color watermelon candy. Come in a nice clam shell. And that's them there. Hooked them up either way. They both have eyeballs on either side. Just be sure to pull your pinchers apart. And these things have tons of action. I really like this bait. They catch a lot of fish, and they do it very easily. Really awesome bait with a lot of action. These things really kick like crazy. They fit a 3/0 hook perfectly. They give you a pack of 4/0s. So I guess the 4/0s would fit too as well. I guess that's why they put them in there. But forged, ringed, sharp, straight. Very nice hooks. They do make good hooks. No problems with their hooks. Definitely recommend them. Never had an issue with them. I think they're pretty great. Getting down to the nitty gritty. This is month number 5 right here. Got a pack of the 4.5 inch green pumpkin prawns. Get 8 in a pack. Clam shell. And I think that's one of the coolest looking beaver baits right there. That thing looks freaking scary looking. Got little legs here. You could also rip these apart. Separate the tentacles there. Really cool looking. And I like how these are gripped back right here. So when you're moving this, it's going to move the dirt, stir up a little soot on the bottom. And again, got eyes in both directions here. So you could put this sucker on either way. Just grab it, rig it, and throw it. What do we got here? We got a Finesse Jig. A black and blue Finesse Jig. 5/16 ounce. And there it is. 5/16 ounce. Slip the panties to the side. There we go. Let that skirt flare. It's a little stuck from the rubber band. The skirt's kind of molding together, but you just got to work it out. You know what I mean? You got to give it a little bit of forward play action. But as you see, it has the screw lock there. Very nice plush weed guard. But still good enough to keep you from getting snagged. Got the ball head jig on there. I like that. Very nice. And I believe this is a new one from them called the Duke 65. And if it is not new, I just never gotten it before. This slipless is 2 inches long. 5/8 ounce. Color's called Ghost Mudbug. That's it there. Got a little flat section in the back there. Top's looking pretty good. I like it. Packet 4/0 size flipping hooks. Crush 50X, 2 to 5 feet. This color's called Shad Drone. Little faint rattle in there. Crush Mini 25X. Color's called Candy Citrus Shad, and this sucker is a 1/4 ounce, and it goes 2 to 4 feet deep. It's a silent model. Very nice. Very, very nice. I like it. I like it a lot. And the Finesse Square Bill. And I like this color. This color is called Crawfish Nook. This bait goes 1 to 3 feet deep and is a 3/8 of an ounce. Really awesome paint job. Has that touch of blue back there that really sets it off. I mean, this is a pretty impressive paint job. All of their paint jobs are really good. I mean, that's one thing a lot of people really like about 6th Sense is their paint jobs. Because they definitely do a great job with the paint jobs. And that's the end of bag number 5. One more bag left, and that's it. Alright, didn't think we were going to make it to month number 6 because my cheeks are freaking numb from sitting on this chair. But here we go. This is the last bag right here. This is a total of 6 months if you signed up for the 6th Sense subscription sack. Bust in this bad boy and just see. First things first is a soft plastic, and this one's weird. Dogma shaky worm, 6.5 inches long. And they give you a 10-pack here. Last time we had their ribbon tail worm, they only gave us 5. And what did we say? Green pumpkin. Yeah, let's check this out. I like the look of this sucker. Ooh, look at that. A lot of ribbon on this one. This thing's gonna spaz out in the water. Kind of looks like one of them worms you see the saltwater guys fishing with. I forget what they're called, like a bloodworm or something like that. Really cool. You can see we'll stretch it apart. You can see it's just like, you know, as skinny as a trick worm in the middle there, maybe even a little bit thinner. But that's going to have a lot of action. And hopefully it's a buoyant plastic so the tail floats up and looks really shaky. I like this one. That's definitely something new. And we got a big boy. This is the Crush 250 MD. And that color is a Chartreuse Sungill. And this goes 7 to 11 feet deep. And it is a 5/8 ounce. And you can see the sucker has a nice big lip on it. This sucker's going to get down and dirty on some juicy mamas. Big hooks. Look how long them hooks are. But with these bigger lips, you don't snag up as much because you have all that lip protecting you. So as this is swimming through, you see the lip cannot, or the hooks cannot get past the lip because the lip's so long. So really with the deep cranks, they're a little bit tougher to snag, truthfully. But very cool color. I like that. It looks beautiful. And we got the Crush Flat in the 4K Bluegill. 5/8 ounce, 2 to 5 feet deep. And this is an awesome bluegill color there. Some of these, you know, I just want to hold up longer. Like, I really like this bluegill. This sucker looks good. Has the blue around the eyes, the orange on the belly, little purple line, got some little stripes for the bluegill. And it all kind of flows together very nicely. You just see the sheens on this stuff. The clear coat they got is very nice. And we're finally getting a top water bait. We got the Dogma 100. It's a 1/2 ounce, 100 millimeter, and this is French pearl bone. And really all you need is a bone color, a black color, and like a translucent bluegill type color. That is really all you need. And then you could get your, like, you know, chromed out ones and stuff like that. But this is very nice. And I have fished the Dogma and they walk really nice. You could actually basically get these things to walk into place. They're very good. Got the 3 treble hooks there. That's a nice one. That's a winner chicken dinner right there. And we get another Munch 40 in the color Bluegill Spawn. And that looks great. It's 7/16 ounce, 2.5 feet deep, and that's got some really good detail on it. That one there looks great. I like the eye sockets, the gill plate on this sucker looks really good. You know, certain colorways on the baits really makes you notice things that you didn't notice, you know, with it being a different color, but you can really see some beautiful things on there. It's a nice one. That'd be one that would be pretty sad to lose, you know? But if you don't fish it, you already lost it, alright? It does no good sitting on your shelf. That's like, look at this. Every video you see, my stuff's messy. I don't know how people could keep it organized. It's just impossible for me, you know? I'm out there grabbing stuff, fishing, and putting it back. This thing always gets messy, this wall. Give us some more 4-aught round bend hooks. I usually just use EWG, truthfully. EWG everything for me. But you get some round bends. Alright. The final boss. This is the last thing. You get some Divine shaky weights, or shaky hooks here. In a 3/8 ounce. 2 in a pack here. Very nice. Has a little screw lock there. Has a nice wide gap hook. And, you know, feels pretty nice. And bam, there it is. 6 months of 6 cent subscription sacks. That's what it looks like. If you sign up 6 months, 6 months later, that's what you're going to get here. As you see, we got a lot of different hard baits here. That's their main thing. You know, you definitely will get the most hard baits out of this subscription sack than any other sack out there or box out there. That's pretty much you know, why a lot of people go for the 6 cents, because of the hard baits. They got very nice hard baits, awesome colors, very good quality. And when I say quality, I mean, I'm talking about the hooks, all the hardware that goes on it, the paint jobs, the paint they use, the clear coat they use. Everything is good. Everything's dialed in. And they have a nice selection of soft plastics. So they got everything you need. And in these sacks, they will send all the necessary items you need to fish, whatever soft plastics in that bag for the month. Really good stuff. Some of the downfalls is you'll receive some baits that you just don't feel are necessary, or you'll receive items that are in place of a bait. Like, for example, this 1 ounce Carolina rig. Not anybody even there at 6 cents is throwing that sucker. I can guarantee you that. So there are some things that they could definitely do better, like bring us some more new baits. They come out with a lot of new baits, and it takes a while before it even gets in the subscription sack. To whereas I think that they should throw the new bait in the subscription sack to the subscribers first. Let them get it. Give you initiative to want to sign up for 6 cents. And also with their colors, they're a little repetitive, you know. They'll throw the same paint job across different baits and send it in your bag that month. So if you sign up with 6 cents, you will get quite a few boiled crawfish. They really like to send that one out. They like to send out the chartreuse blackback. They do not like to send out jerk baits. They're very greedy with jerk baits. Top waters, you don't get very many of them at all. And when it comes to the color soft plastics, you will get yourself a lot of plum fleck, which is this color here. They send that out a lot, and you get a lot of green pumpkins. For a while there, they were sending just every month a pack of shaky worms, almost the same color too. Pretty much you'll get a green pumpkin, cosmic black, or plum fleck, and that's basically it. I mean, we even got another plum fleck. Nice color, but I guess maybe it doesn't do too well for them. So that's why it leads me to believe sometimes you're getting stuff that they just want to clear out of their house and they throw it in a sack as if the sack's almost a pain in the butt to them. And then other months they do it really good. But everything you get is going to be quality. And you got to also remember where you live at, how deep is your water. You may receive baits that may not be suitable for your area, because there are some baits that dive very deep, such as like this is 7 to 11 feet. Maybe you fish ponds. If you have little ponds with a lot of grass, you might want to go to a subscription that you get more plastics, or maybe buy your own. But let me know what you guys think. This is 6 months. We're going to pan through this sucker real quick. Do the soft plastics. Looking good, looking good. And then here's the hard baits. And then terminal tackle, and that is everything. There's everything laid out there, 6 months worth. Hope you guys enjoyed. Next up, we're going to be doing the monster bass, what it looks like after 6 months of signing up with monster bass. Hope you guys enjoyed. Till next time, peace out.